let's start it with the different conditions. So there are different conditions that we have to take note or to bear in mind in order for us to uh, know the behavior of the graph of a given quadratic equation, quadratic function rather. So these conditions still will hide it through an acronym. And our acronym for today, tatawagin natin siya as you are too special. An abbreviation of the words you are too special. So bakit nga ba you are too special yung conditions natin in order for us to find out the behavior of the graph of a given quadratic function? That words, you are too special, that's how I treated my former students. So lahat ng mga students na nagdaan sa akin, na mga naging estudyante ko, I am treating them as they are special to me, special in my heart. Because whatever they will become in the future, so I am one, I am one of the reason kung ano sila magiging in the future. So maging successful mind sila in the future. So naiisip ko that I was part of that student na naging successful in the future. So I'll be happy when that happens. But when the student is when in the future is hindi ganun kaganda yung kinalabasan niya, well I also be I am also sad. I'm also very sad kung ganun ang mangyayari. It's because still that student of mine before became part of my life already. So, nandito na siya inside my heart na uh, even if even if hindi ko na sila mga students, still I am following all the things they are doing, even if they are already graduated uh, their studies, or even if they are already finished college. So still, I'll make time or see to it that uh, I still know kung ano na yung nangyayari sa kanila. So others and nakita ko may mga estudyante na ako na that are already successful in life, may mga estudyante na ako that have already their own family, may mga anak na rin. Then I have already students before that became my friends. So and also became my the ninong and the ninang of my my children. So and on the same way, may ganun din na pag mga anak nila, nagkaroon na ng anak, kinukuha rin nila ako as ninong. So still, yung bond na nabuo namin kahit isang buong school year lang yung pinagsamahan, still there's a place in our hearts pa rin that we treasure all the memories that we shared for the whole school year. So that's why for me all of my students, I am treating all of them as special for me. So that's why yan yung mga katagang nais kong sabihin, gusto kong sabihin sa lahat ng mga naging estudyante ko, you are too special for me. So since you are already my students now, and when you that's also what I am going to treat you. That's also how am I going to treat you. You are too special to me. So since you are my students now, so you are already here in my heart. So as much as possible nga, di ba? Uh, ang goal natin is for you to pass all of you to pass. But uh, there are instances kasi that you have to work on it. Walang bagay na nakukuha ng madalian. So you have to bear that in mind. So kailangan isipin mo rin. Kasi kami mga teachers, we are thinking yung mga sacrifices ng mga parents ninyo. How about you? Are you thinking of that too? So iniisip nyo rin ba yun? Before you do things na hindi maganda na ginagawa mo sa school, so you have to think of that also. We are thinking of it, yes, oo. But ang tanong, ikaw ba, iniisip mo rin ba yun? Yung sacrifices sa mga magulang mo, karapatan mo ng kapag-aral, karapatan mo ng pag-aralin ka ng mga magulang mo. But you have to work on your own. Kailangan mong magpagtrabahuan ang lahat ng bagay. So kung gusto mong makapagtapos sa pag-aaral, you have to work hard for it. So meron na nakapagtapos sa pag-aaral kahit hindi siya ganun katalino. Di ba? Kahit hindi ganun kaano yung kagaling sa eskwelahan, still nakakapagtapos pa rin siya ng pag-aaral. Kasi ang ano natin, kasi naniniwala naman ako na even if nag-aaral ka hindi ka magaling o hindi ka isa doon sa pinakamatalino, still hindi natin masasabi kung ano yung magiging future mo. Minsan nga, kung sino pa yung pasaway yung nag-aaral, siya pa yung nagiging successful, di ba? But I'm not saying na maging pasaway ka. So since you are already old enough, you know already what you are going to do when you are in school. Ano ba dapat gawin niyo when you are in school, di ba? So kaya nga my school is for you to study and also to develop your self-confidence. At para magamit mo sa hinaharap, magamit mo in the future. Yung mga matututunan mo o yung mga natutunan mong ugali when you are in school. Kasi hindi natin nasusukat kung doon sa pinag-aralan also kung magiging successful ka ba. So nakadepende yun. Pero yung importante na mag-aral ka, it's because sabi nga nila, di ba? Ayun na lang yung maipamamana sa iyo ng magulang mo. So di ba, you are studying in a public school. So lahat libre na yung wala namang tuition. Libre pati yung mga supplies. So katulad sinabi natin, ang kailangan mo lang naman pumasok And others are taking that for granted. So, hindi pa rin nila naiisip. So maaaring matawag natin sila as late bloomer na hindi pa sa ngayon naiintindihan yung kahalagahan ng pag-aaral. So mahalaga yung pag-aaral kasi isa yung yaman na hindi maaagaw sa iyo ng kahit sino. So that in the future, pagmamalaki mo, hindi man ako ganun katalino, pero at least nakapagtapos ako ng pag-aaral sa sarili kong pagsisikap. Well, ako, yung nag-aaral ako, I'm not saying na magaling ako, na matalino ako. No, alam mo, nung grade 1 ako, yung mga grades ko ay puro line of 7. Who would have thought na in the future, ito pala, magiging teacher ako. Di ba? Before din, hindi rin ako, kung iisipin ko, hindi naman ako magaling sa math Even now, hindi naman ako magaling in math. So, marunong lang. So, I guess yung runong ko sa math, lumabas siya when I am already in grade 5, I guess. Nasa grade 5 na ako, medyo okay na yung ano ko in math noon. Pero, nung mula first grade 1 hanggang grade 4, hindi pag ako ganun karunong in math. So, ngayon na lang, na-develop na lang siya. Pinagpatuloy ko yung pag-aaral ko. Yun lang naman yun. You just have to continue it, to develop it. Ganun lang naman yung kailangan mong gawin. Di ba? Pag may gusto kang gawin, you just have to develop it. Kung may gusto kang i-imitate, you just have to practice it. So kung ano yung mga ginagawa niya, practicein mo din. Later on, magagawa mo rin naman yun. Di ba? Sabi nga natin, yung may meron tayong ability na sa ngayon hindi pa natin na-discover. But malay mo, in the future, makagawa ka ng isang bagay na sa tingin mo, kaya mo pala na hindi mo nagagawa before. Diba? So, You just have to wait for that time comes. So just go with the flow. So habang umiikot yung mundo, sabayan mo sa pag-ikot. Kasi kung magpapaiwan ka, walang mangyayari sa buhay mo. You have to work hard for your life. So, pag simikapan mo na makatapos ka ng pag-aaral. Kasi, isa rin yan sa mga tutulong sa'yo uh, sa hinaharap. Kapag tapos ka ng pag-aaral, so maraming oportunidad ang makukuha mo in the future. So ngayon pa lang, think of it, isipin mo na magtatapos ka ng pag-aaral. Dapat ayun yung thinking nyo. You have to bear that in mind na lagi nasa isip nyo, magtatapos ka ng pag-aaral. Magtatapos ako ng pag-aaral. So that in the future, I will become successful, and in the future, I will help my family and the persons na tumulong sa akin also to be where I am in the future. So, ganun dapat yung thinking natin. So, wag natin sa walang bahala yung mga oportunidad na nararanasan ninyo sa ngayon. Kasi mahalaga yan para mabuo ka in the future. So, you are all too special to me. So, ngayon pa lang, even it's just first grading, kahit umpisa pa lang ng klase yan, once you become a student, I am going to treat you as special person in my heart. So, kung ano man magiging in the future ka, kung magiging successful ka, I will be happy for you. Then kung magiging hindi maganda yung buhay mo in the future, I will be sad for you. Kasi in my heart, alam ko, meron akong part of me na baka meron akong hindi nagawa, baka meron akong nagawang hindi makakatulong sa'yo bilang tao, bilang estudyante na nag-aaral ka. So that's why it's very sad for us teachers na makita yung mga students namin na hindi magiging successful in the future. So ang gusto namin lahat maging successful. Kahit may mga maaaring sa ngayon hindi pa nagsiseryosoin sa pag-aaral, pero kapag nagkaroon ka ng sarili mong pamilya, marirealize mo yun eh. May mga estudyante ako before na magugulo in the classroom, pero nung may sarili na silang pamilya, know already yung kung ano yung buhay na kinakaharap nila. So sana walang pagsisisi sa iba na bakit nung nag-aaral ako hindi ko inayos. So sana wag dumating sa point na ganun. So wag na nating hintayin na dumating sa point na ganun. So ngayon pa lang habang bata ka, you have to realize na importante yung pag-aaral sa'yo bilang tao. So that's the message of the conditions na tinago natin in an acronym na tinatawag natin, you are too special. So ano-ano nga ba yung mga conditions na yan? So ano nga ba yung ibig sabihin ng acronym na tinatawag natin, you are too special? Let's start it with U. U stands for, you have to know that if y is equal to ax squared and your vertex is at point 0, 0 or the point of origin, when the absolute value of a increases, then the graph is getting narrower and gets closer to the axis of symmetry. So if you encounter that kind of equation of the quadratic function where b is equal to 0 and c is equal to 0, so you need to say its vertex is at point 0, 0. So as the value of a increases, the absolute value of a increases rather, then the graph is getting narrower and gets closer to the axis of symmetry. So we'll explain that more further when we show the graph of a given quadratic function. Second, first R stands for Right after that, if y is equal to ax squared, still same given equation of the quadratic function, and still your vertex is at point zero zero. When the absolute value of a decreases this time, then the graph is getting wider and gets farther from the axis of symmetry. So on the other hand, dito naman, if you do have the same given equation of the quadratic function where b is equal to 0 and c is equal to 0, still their vertex is at point zero zero. So as the absolute value of a decreases, then the graph is getting wider and gets farther from the axis of symmetry. So mas lumalayo yung opening ng graph doon sa axis of symmetry na tinatawag natin. Next, the second R stands for right then and there, if y is equal to ax squared plus k, and your vertex this time is at point zero k, then the larger the value of k, the graph is continuously going up. This time, your equation of the quadratic function already has the value of c, that is for k. And we do not have here b, because b here is 0. So if that is the case, this time your vertex is not anymore on the point of origin. So your vertex now is at point 0k. So whatever the value of the constant term, that would be the value of k, and you will find the vertex there. So that is the third condition. Fourth one, S stands for so that if y is equal to ax squared minus k, and your vertex this time is at point zero negative k, then the smaller the value of k is, the graph continuously going down. So bumababa naman yung graph niya. So it's because its vertex ay matatagpuan natin on the y axis. So kapag ang value ng k natin is a negative number, then habang bumababa yung value ng k na yun, negative number na yun, bumababa din ang bumababa yung graph natin na tinatawag nating parabola. So sa isa, kung positive yung k, habang tumataas yung value ng k, still yung vertex niya magbabago, tumataas din yung parabola when the value of k is getting higher. So ayun yung kanina, ito naman yung isa. Next, the explanation P. P stands for practically if y is equal to a times the quantity x minus h quantity squared, and this time your vertex is at point h0, then the larger the value of h is, the graph will move continuously to the right. So this time, ang wala ka ngayon sa given equation of quadratic function mo is the value of the constant term. Wala kang k. So that means ang magiging vertex mo na ngayon is at point h0. So madaling salita, your vertex is at the x-axis. So yung vertex mo lie on the x-axis. So ibig sabihin, since minus h ito, ibig sabihin your h mo is positive number. The larger the value of h is, then the graph will continuously move to the right, or move continuously to the right. So, habang tumataas yung value ng h mo, yung movement naman ng graph mo, ng parabola mo, is continuously going to the right. On the other hand, the sixth condition, C stands for closely. If y is equal to a times x plus h quantity squared, and this time your vertex is at point negative h0, this time your vertex is, ang value ng h niya is a negative number, then the smaller the value of h is, the graph will move continuously to the left. So going to the left naman. So habang bumababa yung value ng h natin na negative number, then yung graph naman will move continuously to the left. So ganun naman yung mangyayari if your h is negative when you do have a graph quadratic function whose c is equal to 0. And lastly, yung last condition natin, L stands for lastly, if y is equal to a times x minus h quantity squared plus k, and your vertex this time is as point hk, this time walang 0 doon sa vertex natin. Kung mapapansin niyo doon sa unang anim na conditions, yung vertex natin may involved na 0. Pero dito on the last condition, ang vertex natin walang zero. So it should be in HK. Then the graph or its vertex is located in any of the four quadrants. So ibig sabihin, yung parabola na, whether the parabola opens upward or downward, makikita natin yung vertex niya na hindi nakalay on the x-axis or on the y-axis. Nandoon yung vertex niya in any of the four quadrants. So these are the conditions that we have to remember in order for us to know the movements or the behavior of the graph of a given quadratic function.